Going back, another example, yung Foodpanda. Foodpanda. Kunwari nakipag-partner si Jollibee Corporation kay Foodpanda. So, in-outsource or outsource service ni Jollibee ang Foodpanda. Kasi, yung mga rider, under pa din sila ng company, under pa din sila ng Foodpanda company. But yung service na pinoprovide nila, or ginagawa nila, ay para kay Jollibee. So, we can also consider that as an outsource or outsourcing service. Ano pa po kaya ang example ng mga outsourced product or service nung sa Shopee, sa Lazada? Kunwari ako ay seller sa Shopee. So, sa halip na mag-hire ako ng sarili kong courier, or I mean, yung magde-deliver, hire na lang ako ng or makipag-partner na lang ako ng courier. Kasi, bakit? Wala na akong paproblemahin sa paghahanap ng rider, sa pagpapasahod ng rider, sa benefits ng rider. Kasi kung ako yung hahanap ng rider ko, what if sa buong month walang order? So it means papasahudan ko yung rider ko kahit wala naman transactions na naganap. So outsource service din yon. Ano pa po kaya? May naisip ba kayo? From the definition, every time we buy something from somebody, rather than producing it ourselves, we have essentially outsourced that product. Pizza Hut, in what? Paano po kaya? Anong outsource doon? Yes, Mr. Lunar, can you open your mic and share your thoughts or example? Lunar? Lunar? Paano po yung sa Pizza Hut? For example, sa supermarket, kunwari ay hotdog. Hindi naman sila yung nagpo-produce nun eh. Meron silang like manufacturer or kinukunan. For example, yung Tender Juicy. So, outsource service din yun. Hindi naman yung, for example, SM Supermarket, hindi naman sila yung gumawa ng product. Binili or nakipag-partner sila sa manufacturer. Okay. So, based on the definition, it was clearly demonstrated by our cheeseburger and corned beef discussion. So, given that everyone outsources to some degree or another, now the question is why? Why companies outsource? Capacity management, lower cost, better performance, faster and continuous service delivery, and part-based activity. So each bullet or item will be explained in the following slides, the next slides. First, capacity management. Need to acquire, buy, hire temporary capacity. Demand chasing, one day, 50 employees needed. Next day, only 10 are needed. Example, PLDT, PLDT company. Kunwari ay meron silang 1,000 employees for customer service. During January to August, na-handle nila yung lahat ng customers concerns, complaints, or yung mga tawag. But pagpatak ng bare months, parang kulang yung 1,000 employees. So anong magandang option na gawin ni PLDT? Kung mag-hire siya ng additional employees, for example, kunwari ang kailangan nila ay 500. Kung mag-hire sila ng 500, so it means yung workspace, yung office, yung building, kailangan nilang expand. And kung hindi kasya, so additional gastos. Hanap sila ng bagong location or yun nga, expansion ng workspace. Kung mag-outsource naman sila ng service into another company, for example, company A. Si company A, ang kanyang field ay technical support or customer service. So kapag si PLDT ay nag-outsource na lang ng service kay company A, wala na siyang poproblemahin or wala nang magiging additional cost. Saka, what if nag-hire si PLDT ng additional 500 employees? Anong gagawin niya every January to August naman? Kaya na nga ng 1,000 employees yon. So with that, lahat ng 500 employees under the company A, under pa din sila ng company A. But yung work nila or yung client nila is PLDT. So mag-work si employees under company A kay PLDT in a contractual basis or from September to December. And after that, after December, wala na yung contract nila, tapos na. Then, goods na ulit kay PLDT kasi pagpatak ng January to August nga, kaya naman nilang i-handle yun. So that is one of the reason why company outsource a service or a product. So capacity management has to do with associated manpower or related expertise of that workforce. Try to imagine how many employees Globe, Smart, or Sun Cellular would need if they did not outsource their mobile phones for their subscriptions plans. Yung sa mga plans, like yun nga, sa Smart Globe, outsource product lang din yung mobile phones. Kasi hindi naman kay Smart yung mga yung mobile phone nag-hire sila or nag-outsource sila ng manufacturer. Kunwari, Apple, iPhone, Huawei, Oppo. So nakipag-partner si Smart or si Globe doon sa mga manufacturer ng mobile phones na yon. Kaysa naman mapoproduce sila just for the sake ng subscription plans. So we can also consider that as an outsourced product. Question. Wala. Next, lower cost. Replace expensive local or in-house resources with less expensive resources from external service providers. Tax differential or government incentive programs in other locations leading to lower cost. So cost has a lot to do with the company's sustainable capacity to effectively produce or deliver a product or services. Example, mostly yung client ng mga ng IT BPM industry ay mga taga-ibang bansa, like mga US companies nga. So bakit ang mga US company ay nag-outsource ng BPO company sa Pilipinas? Kasi imagine kung kailangan ng US or company A sa US, kailangan nila ng 1,000 employee. Ang starting salary doon or salary doon for entry level, malaki compared to the Philippines. Like umaabot ng 50 to 70K. Kung mag-outsource sila sa Pilipinas na ang starting salary ay 20, sobrang laki ng matitipid nila. Kaya ang companies ay nag-outsource ng product or services. to lower the cost. Even the tax, kapag sa US, malaki yung tax. Kung sa Pilipinas sila or other country na mababa yung tax, malaki yung masisave nila. Next, better performance. Use of specialized external providers which can deliver service with better quality, innovation, and new platform. Sales for providing web-based sales management. People saw providing employee-facing tools. So, better performance has to do with the manpower and the associated, again, expertise of that specific workforce. Example, a known appliances manufacturer, which is the Panasonic. So, hindi naman sila nagbebenta or wala naman silang specific store kasi meron silang distributor such as SM Appliances or Abenson. So, the Panasonic company, di na sila ang focus na lang nila, ang goal nila is para mas mapaganda yung kanilang mga products, yung services. Hindi na nila poproblemahin yung sales ng company kasi nga partner sila or meron silang distributor. Next, faster and continuous service. Greater output from work being done around the clock, offshoring market research support the locations in reverse time zones, offshoring processing of bills of leading to centers in other time zones to complete task faster. Wait lang po. Example, sa US ulit. A patient in the US underwent an X-ray and ultrasound on day 1. Then the data is sent to the Philippines while the US doctors are sleeping. The doctors here in the Philippines are analyzing the data and they will send it back to the US. Magkaiba yung time zone, of course, ng US at ng Philippines. Habang tulog or gabi doon, yung service nila, yung work nila, hindi tumitigil. Kasi nag-outsource sila ng service or ng company sa Philippines. Kumbaga hindi matitigil or continuous yung service nila. Part-based activities, automobile, components, cruise ship, rooms, airplane, desktop, build and configuration. So, part-based activities closely related to operational efficiencies. So, one of the best way or example ng part-based activities ay Toyota, kunwari. Si Toyota sa halip na siya yung magpo-produce lahat ng car components or parts, pwedeng outsource na lang sila ng company or manufacturer na gumagawa ng mga car components or parts. Para yung focus ni Toyota on the sales na lang ng sasakyan. So, that is why companies outsource a product or services. Meron pa pala. Wala na. Yan. So, summary. Again, why companies outsource on the chat section. Why companies outsource? Anyone? Kahit chat? capacity management, correct? Lower cost, better performance, faster and continuous service delivery, part-based activities. So, thank you po. Next, what is being outsourced? Ano naman yung, excuse me, ano naman yung ina-outsource? First, support or auxiliary services, routine activities or activities that can be automated at larger centers, and IT services. Again, each item will be further discussed in the subsequent slides. First, the support or auxiliary services. Cafeteria, janitorial service, copy center, building maintenance, tracking shipping, security payroll, and legal. So, example na ang support or auxiliary services. um, School or kunwari ay Batangas State University. So, Batangas State University would rather hire the expertise of a professional security agency rather than hiring their own security guards. So, hindi na as the owner or part of the university or ng school, sa halip na mag-hire ka directly ng security guard, why not to outsource a company or a service to a company or agency, which is the security agency. So kapag ganun, lahat ng um, benefits, salary, schedule ng guards, under pa din siya nung security agency. Kumbaga, as sa school, wala na siyang poproblemahin with regard sa schedule nung security guard, sa benefits, sa sahod. Kumbaga, bayaran na lang ng school yung security agency na yung bahala. And all the concerns of the security guards will be raised on the agency, not in the school. Routine activities or activities that can be automated at larger centers. Anyone? Pabasa po. Sino po yun?
Ako po, sir.
Sige po. Pabasa
Routine
po.
activities or activities that can be automated at larger centers. Small banks outsourcing check processing to larger banks, riding an ATM base of multi-bank network. Small vendors using Amazon.com as data center, marketing and payment processing platform, banks using common or multi-bank core banking services of large technology providers.
Alright, thank you po. Example, BSU ulit on grad school or graduate school, um, we have tuition fees. So, since pandemic, hindi pwedeng pumunta sa school. So, the only way para makapagbayad kami ng tuition is through online or online banking. So, sa halip na si BSU ay magpo-provide ng kanyang sariling mode of payment, ay hindi naman pwede cash, why not mag-outsource na lang or makipag-partner na lang sa isang bangko such as yung land bank nga. So, yun. That is for the activities that can be automated at a larger centers. Next, IT services. First, application development. For example, meron akong startup company, small company or business. Then, kailangan ko ng system. Hindi ako maalam, wala akong kakilalang maalam mag-develop or gumawa ng isang system. So, option or the best way to do is uh, outsource a service or sa isang company na nag-offer ng like application development. So, again, yung sinasabi ko kanina, lahat ng benefits, sahod, nung i-hire, nung mag-work sa aking developer ay under nung company pa din niya. So, ayun, pwede ding i-outsource ang IT services such as application development. Next, application maintenance and management. For example, our very own NBI or the National Bureau of Investigation. So the NBI contracted a another company that are offering such services. So the NBI contracted a vendor to handle its database. So the internal employees may not have skills to do such tasks, but with the help of another company, NBI no longer has to worry about their database. Next, production, data center operations. Ay, example, popularly a service or industries that use this service would be the banking industry and medical industry. So specifically with the banking industry or the banking credit or for fraud operations. With the medical industry, it would be with the transcriptions. Production, technical, or system support. For this service, we would look to both providers and the users of like engineering services and computer servers or services. Help desk, this is perhaps the most common service known to many of us. This is basically takes from form of having a group of agents fielding incoming calls or concerns from the customer. Example, um, kunwari ako ang startup company ko ay gumagawa kami ng mga system kung ano yung requirement ni client. Then, as part ng aming database, nakipag-partner ako kay Oracle. Ngayon, kapag lahat ng naging client ko nagkaroon ng problema sa kanyang database, so yung tatawagin ko or yung help desk doon ay yung Oracle. So, yon. Next, software as a service or SaaS, shared application software. Example, corporate solutions applications that allow online video conferencing or virtual classroom tulad nito. So, with this, remotely natin ina-access or we can remotely access someone's file from, for example, sa amin from the company server and kahit iba-iba yung time zone, we can still kumbaga magkasama-sama virtually. Last, the cloud services, shared data storage facilities, database management. So for the online or cloud services, if you have any of the following email accounts or a combination, therefore you are online or using cloud services. So ano po yung mga email accounts? Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, Windows Live accounts. So it provides you with some form and what is now called a cloud storage. So similarly with the mobile phone devices such as Apple, Android, Windows Phone, users are given to access an online storage facility. Your account profile, preferences, settings are handled in an automated by a system. And your account activities history are not completely invisible. If you download free applications, an administrator of that service provider know your complete download history. Sabi daw sa PLDT bill ay nakikita daw ang history ng mga in-access na sites and etc. I'm not sure kasi sabi lang. Summary. Again, what is being outsourced on the chat section? Support or auxiliary services. Correct? Routine activities or activities that can be automated at the larger centers, IT services. Thank you. Next, abot pa? The advantages naman and disadvantages of outsourcing. Advantages for employer as well as the employee, for the company as well as the employee. Disadvantages for employer or the company as well as the employee. So they said that every coin has two faces. And for this instance, we have the advantages and disadvantages. We'll see the advantages and disadvantages to the company of outsourcing as well as for the employee. First, advantages of outsourcing, employer perspective or the company perspective. Can you read the slide, please? Anyone? Sige, tawag na lang ako. Miss Magalona.
The service provider BPO company determines most efficient number of resources, process, and supervision to achieve output. Service provider may have more expertise capability than the buyer. Buyer can leverage economies of scale of the service provider.
Thank you. So we'll discuss the second and third item on the next slides. For the first item or bullet, it is fundamentally about resource optimizations. So no organization, no company has infinite resources. Kaya sila nag-outsource. Kulang sila ng tauhan. Nag-outsource. So again, no company, organizations has infinite resources. For service provider may have more expertise, capability than the buyer. We have here the technical support, accounting, animation. So for technical support, we have Dell and Convergix company. So service providers will have an established track record in successful resolution of such concerns given their in-depth expertise in the related or required technologies. For example, ang again, company ako. So sa halip na mag-hire ako ng company. So possible kung mag-hire ako again, kailangan ko ng maraming station, maraming location, or malaki yung aking office or building. So for that, I can hire a company or that is in line with the technical support kung yun yung hinahanap ko. So I can contact Dell or makipag-partner kay Dell and Convergys. Kasi I think or they say that mas maraming um, expert under that company. Kasi mag-hire pa ako. Hindi ko alam yung experience or kumbaga mahirap. Kung sa company na Dell or Convergys na ang expertise talaga nila ay technical support. So, yun na lang. For accounting, the global companies like the Citibank or the JP Morgan Chase are prime samples of service providers that are execute to the highest standards with regard to a highly confidential subject matter or the financials of a client. So, ganun din kapag walang expert within the company, hire ng um, company na ang expertise ay accounting. Animation, ganun din. Sa halip na mag-hire ako na mag-edit or gagawa ng mga poster, video for the promotion of product or services, mag-hire na lang ako ng um, company na ang expertise ay for animation. So reason, yun yung na-explain natin or na-discuss natin kanina. Buyer can leverage economies of scales of service provider. So technical infrastructure, the service provider or the outsource company has a sizable and a proven capacity for online storage, data processing, and data connectivity. Human resources, um, for example, hindi naman kalakihan yung business ko, company ko, and gusto ko yung ma-hire kong employee ay talagang yung kanilang skills ay mag-fit sa kailangan ng company. Pwede ako mag-hire na lang ng HR sa service provider or sa outsource company. Kasi after ko naman mag-hire or meron na akong team, hindi ko na naman kailangan ng HR kasi I will be working as a developer. Technical expertise, example, ngayon, kapag ang company ay merong service provider with regards to the technical expertise, yung mga escalations or um, concerns, issues ng customer ko, pwedeng i-raise ko na agad dun sa aking service provider. Kasi, yun nga, partner naman kami. Advantages for employees perspective, employee naman, work abroad, live here, be near your friends and family, work in the country and support Philippine growth, professional growth, financial independence, employee assistance, enjoy your favorite food. Work abroad, live here. So sabi ko nga kanina, most or kadalasan, ang client under the IT BPM industry ay sa ibang bansa. So kaya din may mga night shift schedule kasi yung time zone dun sa client mo, possible umaga dun, then dito yung gabi. So nag-work ka abroad, yung client mo ay from abroad, but nasa Pilipinas ka. Professional growth, you are potentially able to expand your business expertise as you interact in different group settings. You can work with professionals with different cultural or culture background and management style. So this exposure and experience is a wonderful learning opportunity. Financial independence, more kadalasan that entry-level salaries in the IT BPM industry are significantly more attractive than the entry-level positions in other industries. So this holds true even in instances wherein the job function is primarily similar with the IT BPM. Employee assistance, many IT BPM companies provide world-class facilities, amenities, benefits that is more than what is required by the government. When safety and well-being of the employees are at risk, many ITBPM companies make sure that their employees are looked after. So, enjoy your favorite food. You work abroad, nakakain mo yung favorite food mo kasi you live here in the Philippines. So the last item or the enjoy your favorite food seems fun or simplistic as it is a key for social activities or activity in our culture. Eating for us Filipinos is an opportunity to strengthen relationship at work, with friends, and at home. So incentives may include opportunity to savor your favorite dish. Disadvantages of outsourcing on the employer or the company perspective: costs can be higher. Buyer does not have full control of resources doing work. Um, Clients of outsourcing companies do not have full control of the employees doing the work. So in general, this will include like fraud, data security or piracy, identity theft, and etc. Kunwari ako, company, nag-outsource ako kay company A. Yung nagwo-work sa akin ay yung employee ni company A. Wala akong control sa ginagawa ng employee ni company A. For example, the task or the work ay related or sa bank account. Kunwari, yung customer ko, um, in-assist or kumontak doon sa customer service ni employee, ni customer service ni company A. Then, kinuha ni employee or ni agent yung bank details, information. So, as employer, wala akong control kung safe ba yung information nung customer ko, hindi ba gagamitin sa ibang bagay noong agent nung outsource wait lang po. Ayun, 'di ba nila gagamitin like hawak niya yung account, alam nung agent yung account number ng customer ko, alam lahat ng details. So wala kang control. Yun yung disadvantages, yung takot lang ng mga employer kapag nag-outsource. Cost can be higher. Yun nga, buyer does not have full control. Disadvantages for us employee perspective. shifting shifting schedule, possible night shift gives you the opportunity to pursue your passion and interest during the day. So a shifting schedule with the possibility of working at night can easily be viewed as disadvantage. Yung iba, mas gising, mas gusto yung night shift, mas doon nagwo-work yung utak nila. Yung iba naman, hindi. So, yun nga, consider daw as disadvantage. However, this scheduling opens up for many opportunity to pursue other activities during the day. For many members of the IT BPM industry, this means they can participate with community development activities, supporting charities, family venture, enjoy their favorite fitness facility, and they can also be at school during the day or pumasok, mag-aral, and work at night. So, yun yung nakikita ng ilang employee under the IT BPM industry na benefit ng night shift. Next, dealing with irate customer disadvantage. Siyempre, ayaw naman natin ng ganon. So, dealing with the irate customer is not unique to the IT BPM industry. This situation can arise 50% of the time in any transactional relationship. Kahit na yung approach, kunwari ng yung customer, ng client mo is good mood nung una, magde-depends yun on your conversation, on your transactions sa inyong dalawa. Mamaya maging irate siya agad. But if you will receive this kind of customers, like irate customers, meron namang mga ipoprovide sa inyong training on how to effectively handle such situations. And kapag after training, nag-work na kayo, meron namang mga support doon sa workspace nyo, meron doon yung team leader nyo, supervisors, and other agent. Companies provide facilities, activities to help you unwind. Many companies under the IT BPM industry provide for facilities and activities to help the employees handle work-related stress. So there are gaming rooms, sleeping quarter, breakout rooms, basketball court, gaming or video gaming room, meditation room, a clinic, and activities, mga fun run, year-end party, and sa sports, competitions, and many more. So these are the prime examples of facilities and activities geared towards the better employee well-being. Sabi nga kanina ng isa yung kaklase, pinapahalagahan nga ang employee under the IT BPM industry. Questions, comments, suggestions, clarifications. Naiintindihan naman po ba? Naintindihan po ba?
Opo, sir. Yes po.
Thank
Yes
you
po.
So that is the end of our module 1. Module summary, we discussed the definition of the IT BPM industry and outsourcing, the rationale for outsourcing, the functions and services that are being outsourced, advantages and disadvantages of outsourcing on the employer and employee perspective. So, next meeting, kailan po ang ating bukas? We'll have a short quiz. Kapag nakalimutan ko, wala tayong quiz. And itong activity na to, activity 1 by group, explain ko bukas. Tama ba bukas yung sunod nating meeting?
Opo.
Sige po.
Opo.
So, kung wala na naman pong questions, wala na nga po ba yung iba?
Sir, session nyo ka po yun sa classroom.
Opo.